So social media marketing is the use of social media platforms and websites to promote a product or service. So the key thing I want you to hear or remember, social media marketing. So the first thing is social, all right? So people are there to have fun first. They're not there to hear your stories about what you're selling. The first thing that there is to be social, to have fun. So it's going to be very important what you post to interrupt their fun so that they can stop looking at the social things they wanted to see and then see what you're seeing. So social media marketing is the use of social media platforms and websites to promote a product or service. Although the terms e-marketing and digital marketing are still dominant in academia, social marketing is becoming more popular for both practitioners and researchers. Researchers, because they get a lot of data there. And here is some data to just, in case there's that person saying, hii mambo ya mtandao is wasting time, inaharibu watoto and all this, whatever it is that we say, here is some data by Hootsuite about Kenya and social media. So one, how many are we in Kenya currently? Statistics show that we have 54.3 million. And then how many of us, sorry, I moved too fast. 59.24 million of us are on mobile connections. So we use the phone a lot. 21.75 of us, a million, that is, these are millions, all right, are on internet users. And then look at the number of people who are on social media, 11 million. You can have a chunk of that, all right? So keep that in your mind. So we have 54 million, 11 million are on social media. And as long as there's a phone and Wi-Fi, a smartphone, people can get on social media, and one of those people needs to be you. So total number of mobile internet users, cellular and Wi-Fi, 20.9 million. And then mobile internet users as a percentage of total internet users, 96.1. Smartphone internet users as a percentage, 94.6. But the one I really wanted to pay attention to is the average daily time users aged 16 to 64 spending on mobile internet. So the first thing is you need to have what I call an ACC strategy. And you need to have a strategy of what you're going to do to attract people to your social media spaces. It's almost like you have your shop on Moi Avenue, or you have your shop on, I remember Moi Avenue or Kenyatta Avenue, all right? So that is the marketplace, that is the marketplace. And you choose your marketplace based on who your target audience is. So there's some things that remain consistent in running a business. You can't run away from them. You will hear us consultants talk about them. I know people want to hear new things, and new things are great. But if you're not doing the basic, regular, mundane things, then we are not going to get the results that we want, because that is the foundational thing. So the foundational thing, the same 6 P's of marketing that we talk about, I think there were 4 when we were going to school, then they became 6. Today they are 12 or 13, all right? So there's a tendency to want to hear new things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But today I want to encourage you that as I speak, you have heard me speak over and over. What of these things are you applying? Okay, you have had it. If you have had it before and applied it, I would be happy to see that on the chat also. All right, so number 1, you need to have an attraction. You need to have an attraction formula. And my attraction formula is very simple. You need to understand which marketplace is your target audience in. On products, when you post your things, you need to hook up with a good courier company. There's lots of courier companies out there that can ensure that your products get from Nairobi to anywhere in Kenya, and even beyond Kenya, because there's DHL and the UPSs and all that. So the key thing is you want to be sure that when you go to the market and you provide your magnet must be able to collect somebody's name, phone number, and email. All right, because many times we just post things, special offer, and then people like, and then you say, I have 100 followers, I have 10,000 followers, and that is great. But you need to have followers that are buying. You need to have buyers. So for you to have a buyer, you need to attract in a way that you will get their phone number, their email, the phone number and the email at least. So what I do is when I post my magnet, a magnet is a simple picture with your logo, and it can be showing what it is that you do. Remember, they're on social media, so don't use technical terms, all right? Do you want to make more money? Are you tired of working hard and making little money? So use information that is already in the minds of people to attract them, because they were not first going there to engage with you. They were first going there to post something social, the food they're eating at Kempinski or the hike they're on in Mount Kenya. So as you're interrupting them, you need to be cognizant of that. So a message that is attractive is a message that is not filled with technical jargon. Technical jargon to be the leading business advisor in the sub-Saharan Africa. They don't care. As a business advisor, what are the results I produce? That is what they care. I help people turn their passion into profit. Has the pandemic reduced your revenue? Would you like to discover your passion, or would you like to discover new passions to turn into a new revenue stream? So you use words that are simple that people will catch, all right? The fortune is in the follow-up, because once you've attracted these people, if you don't call them, if you don't send them email, if you're not engaging with them on WhatsApp, keyword engaging with them on WhatsApp. Remember, you're the one who gathered them on WhatsApp. So now if you want them to engage inside the WhatsApp, you must create an engagement schedule for them. You need to have an objective. Why am I gathering people in there? All right. So you give them ownership. Once they land there, welcome them, have a schedule every day. What is going to be done in this group? The people who do something, appreciate them. If they're quiet side, chat them. Remember, you have their phone numbers. So stop saying, Mbona hamwongei hapa ndani. That's not what Nyambura did. She gave us very clear instructions what to do in here. So you also must give people very clear instructions after you have gathered them inside WhatsApp. So give them ownership, and giving them ownership, first you start with the engagement guidelines. With your engagement guidelines, I have a standard engagement guidelines for my group, and to give them ownership. When you land, we welcome you, we celebrate you, we ask people to welcome you. Monday is Members Day. So every Monday you have an opportunity to tell us who you are and what it is that you do. And as a business owner, every time you get that opportunity, never feel that I already said last Monday, they don't know you yet, all right? And every Monday you can come up with a different way to talk about yourself. Be creative. For instance, I help people turn their passion into profit. What are the different things that we do? We help you unpack your passion. We help you manage your time. We help you do different things. So that different things. So chunk down your business. Don't be lazy and try to tell them everything at once. So have a plan, just like you can be posting on Facebook. How are you posting in here? And then, so when you're going to convert, there will be objections. Now, objections. Oh my God, objection is not a no. Many people hear objection and they fall down and don't try again. Objection is somebody who has an interest, but they have not seen the value of buying from you. So they're objecting. Maybe they're saying the price is too high. Maybe they're thinking this thing won't work. Remember, every time somebody has an objection, it's because they feel they're not going to gain, as you're saying. So you have not persuaded them enough. So what you need to do is ask them questions, all right? So what would make you, a good question to ask is, what would make you buy this thing? Instead of persuading them from your own mind. Because when you've already shown them, your product or service, and then they're now saying, I like it, but, all right? So you have to ask them, what would change the but into and, all right? So this can be a phone call, this can be a WhatsApp message. A phone call is best. That's why I said in Attract, make sure you get the phone number and the email. Don't be lazy just to talk to somebody on email. Have a time that you actually call people and talk to them on the phone. Even though we are on social media, the physical touch is still very important. And I know we are in different stages and seasons of our business. Depending on the size of your business, you can be the one calling them if you have people to help you. And getting help to do follow-up calls is not hard. There's all these youth, you just need to make sure if you give a youth, you have given them a script and the time of what they need to do, you practice with them and what they need to say. But when somebody says no, but, I like this but, ask them, what would it take to make the but, to change the but into an and, all right? So you have the conversation. When you get into a conversation with somebody you have attracted, it can go three ways. All right. And the reason it can go 3 ways, I'm sure you have heard me say this before, and I will always say it because it is the marketing principle. It doesn't change. All right. So many times you need to put the poster. If you do it right and you do the attraction and you collect their phone number and their email, if you collect their phone number, they can be in a WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group, if you nurture them and they continue to know about you, but they also get to know about others, because now you're giving them double value. You're not just talking about yourself, you're allowing them to meet other people. They will value that space, they will value you, they will eventually talk about you. The people who have come to me, they've said, I'm in this group, you have a group, my friend is in that group, I need your help. All right. So sometimes it may not be the very person in the group, but the very person in the group can talk about you. All right. So don't just be by yourself. All right. Forge partnerships in that group where you are. What you're doing, what are other people doing that that can support what you're doing? That's how I got a lot of consultants around me, because I'd see consultants doing other things that I don't do. All right. So number 3. So you've attracted them. The conversion stage is continuous. It's not a one-time wonder. It is continuous based on the different activities you're doing daily. So I recommend that you have at least 1 or 2 days a week where you follow up, because the fortune is in the follow-up. All right. Then again, you have a day, or you can have a day where you do your posting, because there are different tools that you can use, and the different tools that you can use to help you. So you don't have to be on social media every day. No, you can post on Saturday, even on Sunday afternoon. I post on Sunday afternoon and I schedule that. All right, you can do the same. So let's go to collection. So you have attracted them, they're converting, they're showing interest, you're giving them options. So now you want to collect your money, they want to collect your product or your service. Number 1, you must have a turnaround time. All right, because social media is open 24/7, there are people who are going to come to social. I like Nyambura say that when we wake up, we go to WhatsApp. All right, we go to WhatsApp for different reasons. So you know that people, when they wake up, they go to WhatsApp. Update your status update. All right, as soon as you wake up, as you can decide you update your status update at 6 a.m. in the morning when you wake up, whenever you wake up. You have a status update. It goes to everybody on your contacts. You can send out a broadcast to your contacts. All right. So if you have WhatsApp business, when somebody contacts you, it will tell them thank you. There will be a message. You can type a message. So that's a chatbot. On Facebook, you can have a messenger to respond to the messages. So you are not held bondage in all these groups. All right. And you can have on your social media spaces, you can say the time that you're available. You can say the time that how long it takes you to turn around. Like I say, 24 hours turnaround. Because if you contact me today, there'll be an hour or so that I'm going to be on social media. I will catch you, and that's the time I will respond. So don't be in bondage that you're all the time there. You're all the time there scrolling. Scroll. Some you can really scroll. No, have a scrolling time. All right. And have your turnaround time. Your turnaround time will depend on the times you have scheduled to be on social media to collect the data that is coming from the messages that you've put, to get people to collect that data, but also to give people information that they need. All right. And that's why it's good to have a phone number. It's good to put your WhatsApp there and tell them for quick access, here's our WhatsApp number. Make sure it's a WhatsApp number that you don't use all the time if you don't want people to interrupt you. If you have the chat and say, thank you, somebody will get back to you in 24 hours, somebody will get back to you in X amount of time, then people are not rattled.